The April 24th, 2023 meeting of the Recreation Education Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Baines. Mr. Baines is present. Mr. Hebert is excused. Mr. McCabe. Mr. McCabe is present. Ms. Vasquez Simmons. Vasquez Simmons is present. Chairman Alcoffer.
Present.
Chairman Alcoffer is present.
Is there anyone signed up for the public forum?
There is not.
Excuse me. The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the March 27, 2023 minutes before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. The next item on the agenda is new business. Mr. Clerk.
Referral number 23-0121. Acceptance of a grant from the New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation for the Snowmobile Trails Grant and Aid Program and authorized contract with the Hilton Snow Flyers, Inc., Webster Ridge Runners, Snowmobile Club, Inc., Solomon Creek Snowmobile Club, Inc., Hill and Gully Riders, Inc., and the repair and maintenance of trails.
Motion by Legislator Baines, second by Legislator McCabe. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
Referral number 23-0134. Amend the 2023 to 2028 capital improvement program and the 2023 capital budget to add a project entitled Synthetic Turf Pitch and Putt Practice Area at Genesee Valley Park. Authorize financing for the project and accept a gift from the PGA Foundation, Inc.
Motion by Legislator McCabe, seconded by Legislator Baines. Is there any discussion?
Chairman, I play golf badly, and I just want that on the record before I vote on this.
Well noted.
Noted.
Yes.
$250,000 stated in the referral.
Through the chair, our conversations with the PGA have been that a minimum grant of $250,000, a minimum gift of $250,000 would be received by the county. There is hope that the Western New York chapter of the PGA would be able to do some fundraising here locally. And as such, it's written to allow additional funds to be received by the county if those funds are fundraised.
Thank you.
Legislator Baines.
Doing all the design work on this exciting project.
Through the chair, the design work for this project has been conducted utilizing the county's term contractor, Passero Associates. We have had multiple meetings with the PGA, getting and attaining their insight for this type of project, but this is entirely a County of Monroe project.
Yeah, I have an interest in, obviously, in my role as a legislator of promoting our county and celebrating the good work we do. So I'd like to know how did we make this happen? I mean, who did someone in our county reach out to the PGA and pitch them, or did they approach us? Because this is a great, obviously, private-public partnership. Through you to the administration.
Through the chair, we were approached by the PGA with regard to a project here in Monroe County. Those discussions occurred through the winter months of last year and then early through the winter months of this year. We kind of nailed down and began engineering work on this project in early February, concurrent with some of our other golf projects that we had ongoing. It fit nicely into our ongoing work, and as such, the PGA thought to fund this with that $250,000 gift.
Thank you. Through you, Mr. Chairman, the fact that we're hosting in 3 weeks one of the 4 most important golf tournaments in the world, the PGA tournament, which is, again, kudos to everybody who's involved in bringing them here to Monroe County. Is that in any way connected to this? And even if it isn't, second question, can we capitalize on that to promote the great work we're doing by sharing with the community that we are a place that has taken golf from its reputation that it's evolved into? It didn't start this way of being for rich people, and making it accessible to everyone in the community. So it's kind of two-phase question. Is this just a serendipity? And secondly, is there some synergy here where we can promote this project around the PGA?
For the first part, excuse me, through the chair, for the first question, this donation of $250,000 is directly attributed to the PGA's location here in Rochester, the upcoming event. This is a new initiative that they have relayed to us, that they look to make a local impact where a master is played. With regard to the second question, Monroe County, our municipal golf courses are some of the most affordable and best maintained golf courses here in Monroe County. And, that point, I think, is not lost on the PGA, given the affordability of our greens fees, specifically if you're just walking.
Chair, that is spectacular. Will we, as a county, be afforded an opportunity to put up a tent or something at the event? And will we be ready to, and I don't mean Tent City, I was not referring to Tent City. You know what I'm talking about, those little pop-up things where we can talk about this, because with all the people here in town, what an opportunity to promote our county. And I'm on the Parks Committee as well. I'm so proud of all the work Pat Meredith and his team does. Do we have any, or is that not permitted for us to go over there to Oak Hill and sing our praises during the event? Is that something that we could possibly maybe leverage politically from them? I hope I'm on tape.
Through you, Mr. Chairman, no.
I wanted the answer. I appreciate it. But the question is, can we do something about it?
Through you, Mr. Chairman. No, Comida has provided some support through Visit Rochester to help with the marketing of this, but no, there will not be any of the items that typically might go along with a sponsorship. Again, I don't know what those levels are, or what those commitments are to be required, but we do not have that as part of the package that we were negotiated. One thing I will say in regards to this, I've said it a few times internally. The location and the decision to put this at Genesee Valley Park, again, as Deputy Director Kiley has mentioned, was intentional in terms of the location, in terms of accessibility. It's probably one of the more accessible parks that we have, and from a historical standpoint, which again, I think this might be part of the marketing. It has a place in national golf history, in that Genesee Valley was the first golf course that Calvin Peete played at, and he was the most successful African-American golfer prior to Tiger Woods. He wasn't a Rochester native, but he was here frequently, and actually played his first round of golf at Genesee Valley. So there's a very significant historical element with that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Legislator.
Excited about this project, particularly the part that reads, the project will be available to provide instruction. Who manages that piece?
Through the chair, I'm Greg Clem, Superintendent of Parks and Golf Courses for the county. We have the First Tee program over at Genesee Valley. It services the city youth. There's programming for people to do online. It's a educational experience for the Rochester City School District physical education programs. I think they're in about 5, 6, or 7 Rochester schools right now with their curriculum, giving them the tools they need to teach them and the training. So it's we have them, and we will also have the PGA Reach program, which it will say the First Tee takes the youth. The PGA Reach program, I believe, would be youth, military, veterans, and disabled.
I have one question. Hey, when will you anticipate starting this project?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, we anticipate that we would move forward with bid packages during the summertime for a fall construction cycle. This to ensure that we have the most competitive bidding atmosphere. Ultimately, these types of synthetic turf products are installed by most school districts these days, which typically occur during the summertime, not when school's in session. Thus, we would look to bid this for installation with the commencement of construction really when the start of school happens. So mid-September through mid-November. That's a very aggressive timeline, but that's a timeline that we're aiming for.
So you anticipate this being completed this year, at the end of this year?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, that's the intent. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Are there any other matters to come before this committee? Hearing none, there are no other matters. The April 24th, 2023 meeting of the Recreation Education Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Recreation Education Committee will be on Monday, May 22nd, 2023 at 6 p.m.